Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey, Nathan. Thanks for joining us. We are going to do some Z racing, as is tradition, as is every Monday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We've got Z racing tomorrow. We've got a couple of days in the legs here. A little bit of outer knee pain thanks to doing some heavy squats. So we'll see how it goes. That's what I hate. Start doing some things like some weights and ultimately you do something that affects your cycling. Let's get our controllers attached for a change. All right, got those set up. And let's just find something to do in the in-between time. I think we got a little bit of time before the race actually officially starts here. Been playing with some new stuff in the studio. Been doing some filming today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that when it comes out this week. So we're doing, I believe it's Titans Playground, one of the two, Titans Loop. It's so hard to keep track. There's so many community races this month. With all these live streams, we have all of them listed down below. For us, we'll be doing every Monday, as is tradition. Once the snow starts to fly in, there's a good possibility that that is this week. I know the mountains, definitely mountain riding is done. Probably come Thursday, I think they're expecting some snow up in the higher elevation here, which means sometimes we're like a day or two behind, but no more big mountain climbs because once it starts snowing there, it is all kind of said and done for us. All right, what do we got? Trying to get things set up here. Always just too many little things at the beginning of the stream. You think I would get used to it and have it all dialed in, but that is just simply not the case. We're not that organized. As is tradition, I'd like to thank all our community members. The Ginger Warrior Cycling Club, appreciate you being a member. I had a graphic all lined up, but failed to deliver on that coming forward. And that's right. See, again, I said, this is why we start early. All right, Bluetooth on. We got 23 minutes before the event starts. We're just going to do some light pedaling. Probably grab a headband here in a second. So I had a good ride with Taco Rob. We've had some uncharacteristically warm weather for this time of year. Today is a beautiful day as well. And I not had a bunch of work to do. I could have easily jumped outside and really put on some kilometers today, but Sometimes you got to get work done. The event, we're doing ZRacing. It is, which one is it? Let's take a look at the events. Downtown Titans. I always get the names confused. That is why, when I watch your podcast, generally speaking, I am dead ass last as far as trivia goes, because I just do not have the brain capacity, or it's just not that important to remember all the names and the profiles and everything. I know most of the courses. I've ridden these for years. I just need a reminder every once in a while. So there's more than one Downtown Titan? Yeah, I caught your race. You did really well, Darren. Oh, they are. They are, Nathan. They are extremely tricky. But like I said, I mean, I find most of the stuff tricky. You know, I think the best quiz that I ever did was the one where they actually asked questions about racing, and that I know. It'll be an interesting kind of thing. We'll see how it goes up the first kind of up for me. I mean, we've got ZRacing tomorrow. We've got that new breakfast grits and crits course. It'll be the final ZRacing thing, I think, for us. Like, we're dead ass last, and it's it's funny because we're in C1, but I'm on a TTT team. We have gone out. We've had enough people, and we've had 4 both times for TTT. We won the first week TTT, down a man, and then the subsequent racing weeks we only fielded 3 guys, so it didn't matter what we did. We came out with last place. We did the other TTT, and then again another regular route, and again we didn't field enough people, so we are sitting in dead ass last. I don't know if they're gonna relegate us or not. It's kind of how this CRL season's gonna go. Sugar South after 200 meters. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what kind of comes out of it. You know, it's a really strong division. There are some really strong guys. We've got a guy in there last week. Now, this guy has to have some hella power. He won by over a minute plus. He led the entire way at 120 kilograms. So, you know, I always complain about being a big rider and struggling on the climbs and all that kind of stuff, but I cannot imagine the power that guy is consistently putting out to be, number one, that far ahead in a division that is extremely strong, and being that big a man, because like that's, you know what, 120 kilograms, that's what, 240, 250 some pounds. Like, the guy's a linebacker. He's huge, like absolutely huge. And I assume it's the same guy that we raced with last year. And last year, one of the ones that was a flatter route that went outside the volcano, he just decided to break away, and that was it. He was gone, solo, right from the gate. And there was nothing that any of us could do about it. And we tried our damnedest to pull him back. Yeah, he's a monster. Hey, Miguel. He must be. Like, it's... I don't know, where this individual is on the sports spectrum. Maybe he's a track cyclist. I don't know. It's... but the power profile it's pretty impressive. It's either that or he's got to be a div football player is my thoughts. That he's got to be playing div ball in the States and just doing Zwift for fun, which all the power to you. I have to take a good look. At his profile. Miguel had his first race with us in the ZRL last week. Did really well. Like I said, that was a tough course for everybody. A lot of people setting power records. We lost one of our team guys because I think he ended up not winning and doing about an average of 3.7 watts a kilo for the entire... we're bringing out the tricycle. I haven't even started yet, Darren. Yeah, so a lot of people, I think they set power records, myself included. I set a power record, which was good to see that my FTP, I was very close to having an hour and 6 minutes at FTP, which is good. I'm not going to complain about that. So it's definitely an improvement. Why is that not working? See, this is where I totally can relate to Nathan. In that you have problems, you always have problems with things. I just added some stuff. I just went and did bit the bullet on an Elgato prompter to help make videos a little bit easier. So it appears to have messed some stuff up in the Stream Deck that I utilize, which I guess is fine. Hey, Dave. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Why isn't my trainer going to 0 watts when I stop pedaling? I don't know. It's going to 0 watts. I think it's 6 a.m. in Down Under. Yeah, that's early. That's to be honest, I'm up at 5, so. Not mine. Okay. Yes. This stuff is working again, I think. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Let's see if I can get that to work. Did this work? That work? No. Dual thumbs up. I think it's fireworks. Yeah. Nathan's. Yes. The controversy. That podcast did gangbusters. I know it's not the probably most not the topic that people really want to be in the hot seat for. Oh yeah, I guess that would be kaboom. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. you got dropped on Titans. I expect a similar fate, to be honest. We've had amazing weather here. I've done some big rides. I'd set some outdoor power records, including sprint. So it'll be interesting to say the least. I'm going to play with all this stuff later because guaranteed I am going to ruin something. Yeah, it's definitely been nice. I mean, it's 22 degrees here today. And I am sure it's going to change up pretty quick in the next few days. Like I was saying earlier, it's going to snow in the mountains here, I think, on Wednesday. They're expecting snow. So that means typically we're going to have snow shortly thereafter. And then it'll be a long, long time inside on the trainer. Anybody that's here knows that. I think it was my last ride on the SL8 outside. There's a lot of leaves on the ground. It got a little sketchy on Saturday, doing some descents in the leaves on the road. Not too keen of sliding out, but nice. I am hoping, if all goes to plan, that I will be in Victoria in the next couple years, or at least somewhere on the island. It's kind of the plan, to just kind of chill out and get back to the coast. I was in Vancouver before I moved to Calgary for quite a few years, and to be honest, because being from the UK, I miss the sea air. I don't know if anybody kind of realizes, if you've never lived by an ocean, that there is a distinct smell associated with living by the ocean, that and sort of a crispness to the air. And I can't really describe it, but it's definitely a thing. Yeah, that's British Columbia, Darren. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. It's massive, though. Like, I mean, I've been here quite a while now. I joke, like, the furthest east I have been has been Saskatchewan. And I only went there because my better half is from Saskatchewan. So I went out there to visit a bunch of her friends on one occasion. But yeah, I've never gone any further east. Like I said, I lived in Vancouver for a long time, so spent a lot of time in BC, riding, filming, all that kind of good stuff. But pretty much, I'm from Saskatchewan too. Well, I'm sorry about your luck, Dave. I went to Regina. I will say this, it's the most uneventful drive I have ever taken in my life. And I mean, it's fine. It's the city, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Sorry, I had to go there. I had to go there. I was forced to go there. I'm pretty sure my other half would have been very upset had I not. But at least I saw it. I went, weirdly enough, there's some guy, this is my Saskatchewan story, bought a house there, obviously watched too much of The Bachelor. I think he played like professional hockey or semi-professional hockey at one point, and basically he converted this place into a castle for whatever reason, had tours, given out roses. Like I said, I think he watched The Bachelor one too many times. And yeah, that was maybe fighting. Oh man, like Canada's different than Europe, man. Like when I go home, I take a flight home, I'll go visit family, and then immediately I will find somewhere to go. I'll end up in, Italy or, the Czech Republic or something for fairly cheap flights on Ryanair or EasyJet. Here, it would probably cost me as much to fly to Regina as it's going to cost me to fly home. So, and I think that's even more the case for stuff on the East Coast. In fact, I think the East Coast is like super expensive to get to. And that's why I've never really gone, in the sense that the flights are so expensive that it's cheaper to fly to a major destination than it is to fly within your own country. It's so weird, but it is. See, if I lived an hour or two from Italy, and I'm assuming that, it's Malta, it's a flight, but if I was an hour or two from Italy, I'd be going there all the time. All the time. I go to the Amalfi Coast all the time. Love the time. Hey Lee, welcome to the stream. Yeah, East Coast is super expensive. It is. We don't have a lot of people. We got 14 people in this. By plane. Now, you never know. Maybe you got a nice yacht going on, Darren. Maybe you're living a big life that we don't know. Maybe you're out yachting all over the place. Zwifting and yachting. That'd be a great YouTube channel. I think Tammy's on the East Coast. She is. Although I think I saw her Zwift. Now she's Manitoba. Problem number one is money. Yes, it is a problem for, I think, the vast majority of us. I visit Italy several times a year, just 3-4 hour drive. See, there you go. If it was a 3-4 hour drive, I would do it all the time. Playboy Bandit. Can jump aboard the Maltese Falcon. There you go. What was the name of that show? That was Cutter. Was it Cutter? I can't remember what the name of that show was. I think the pilot's name was Cutter. That's a blast from the past, that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, 3 to 4 hour drive takes you nowhere. I think it's a short trip for me, but it's like an hour and some for me to the mountains, which I go all the time. But you're right, 3 to 4 hours in any direction, you're pretty much nowhere. 4 hours will get me to Edmonton, which is like, I don't know, I don't know if I'd rather go to Edmonton or Regina. It's a toss-up of where I wouldn't want to go, I think. You did miss the stretching. 100%. I did have to stretch today because I think I strained my knee a little bit doing squats today, so it was not feeling the best. You know, I should almost do that and do a green screen bit, but or we should get an Olivia Newton-John GIF going maybe. Six to 7 hour from Georgia southern border. Ooh. How are things going with you, Miguel? Like, you just had a storm roll through there. I'm assuming the fact that you're on YouTube, that you're doing all right. And that you're racing tomorrow. And you're possibly racing here. All right, 152. We got 21. It is a relatively not much happened there. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's always nice when big events like that miss completely. I see a lot of people with climbing hoops. Wow. Yeah, you need to watch Darren's stream. I hear it's a set that he has built on his multi-million-dollar yacht. And he's actually streaming from all over the world. You were working until now, geez. Whew. It's late there, is it not? Oh, I don't know if we're going to hammer anything today.
I've been working out so hard today that my sleeves fell off. Ah!
There goes the breakaway.
Ale, 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 ale! Ale, 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 ale.
Not today, kids. Whew. Whew. Yeah, I definitely feel all the climbing from yesterday. Oh. He's an OG. He was around before points were even a thing.
Ale, 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 ale.
Whew. Ah. We'll take it. Whew. Whew. Thanks, guys. Give it the old kaboom. Whew. Ah, that was tough. I am definitely not finishing with a 3.6. I am surprised that Cassetti didn't have a bigger kick at the end. Because I felt like he was out there and could just take off at will. But at the end of the day, we got them at the end, which is good. We dragged a couple back. How's Miguel doing out there? That was a tough race. You know, it's, I hear a lot of people talking about the scoring system. It's been kind of the topic. And I've seen some people, I don't know if any of you guys ever watch NorCal cycling. Thanks for the cowbell, Nathan. Now he's back on Zwift. He is a very accomplished crit racer in the US. If you haven't watched his channel and you like racing and you like crit racing, I recommend go checking it out. He was back on Zwift. You know, he liked the scoring system. A lot of people that I haven't seen do regular Zwift content but are large YouTubers have kind of come back into the mix and talking about the new Zwift Racing Score. I'm not sure if that's an organic thing because that's the topic. I mean, everybody in this chat, we've been discussing it for months. Everybody on their channels, you know, if you watch in the drops, I mean, it's something that's been covered for quite a while now. And I recommend checking out the podcast as well, because they do have some great topics of discussion. I don't feel that everybody can win in these circumstances. I think it's, I think a lot of lesser racers get thrust into groups that they just can't be competitive with. Now for me, that like I said, I don't mind. I will race for 13th place. It's all good. Anything that pushes you makes you better. And to be honest, like the beginning of these races, I will do my best to stick on. A lot of times I'm close to blowing up. You'll see my heart rate starting to climb up, and then I've just got to back off. Happens in this. It happens twice as bad in ZRS, or ZRL, I should say. But at the end of the day, it's extremely tough, I think. I think they need more groupings, but I think the problem is with this race, we've got what, maybe 30 people in it. It makes it hard to get a full thing. Will I race for 50th throw? Absolutely, Zwift. Zwift, I should trademark the term. I am the original king of Muback, which is the opposite of kaboom. Means that you finish dead ass last in a race, and it was probably further back than 50th. And you still push. Even I've had TTTs where I've blown up and I've cramped up, and I'll still finish the race. I don't care. It's unless it's going to end me completely. We'll keep on going. But I think it's tough. I think it's really kind of tough. I am nowhere near 3.6. Yet here we are, and I'm looking at some of these other numbers, 2.5s, low 3s, high 2s. Like, these guys are not going to compete with that 3.6, 3.3. It's just not there. And I mean, that's a healthy win. So, thanks, Darren. Appreciate that. That was almost heat. Once two guys got within 2 seconds, I opened up the gap back because I wasn't going to be like that. There you go. Well, you have to give it a second chance, Darren, because there's no choice. It's there. If I didn't ride, my mental health suffers outside or inside. 100%. I will race either way. Just because I'm competitive, just because I know, even if you're way better than me, that, I'm in it to there. Like, just to give you like a really way back story for myself. I was a competitive, for those of you who know me and know my career, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I was a professional fighter before. I did kickboxing, was world ranked, Canadian national team for 5 years, like 2007 to 2013 kind of thing. Before that, I was in judo, and I trained with a guy by the name of Jim Dusang. You can probably look him up. He's a judoka. He represented Canada in Seoul, Korea. At the time, I was 16 years old. He was a black belt. He was on the Olympic team. He needed a training partner. I could not hold a candle to that guy, but to my advantage, I was the same size as him, and I was incredibly strong for my size. So I got paired up with Jim, and I trained with him as his training partner, and he would just, for months on end, absolutely beat the living hell out of me. There was one day I threw him once, a perfect upon, which is, if you know judo, you win if you get a perfect throw. I threw him with a perfect throw. He wasn't very particularly happy with me that day. Took him a little bit by surprise, and for that reason, he smashed me around probably twice as hard for the next couple weeks on end. But to this day, I am eternally grateful for that opportunity of being beaten up for months on ends, because being with somebody that is that skilled and that much better, I learned so much so quickly just from the experience and getting trained and the opportunity. Like, they were training him for the Olympics. By default, I was in the same coaching sessions and so on and so forth. So it's, like I said, I mean, if you put you in a room and you get beat every day and you still show up and you still put in the effort and you still try hard, you still come out better on the other end. And that's just, you know, kind of how life is. I mean, life isn't easy, and you're going to get out what you put in. So, you know, racing score, category score, open categories, racing against everybody. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But I appreciate it, guys. Good race, fun. Good job, Miguel. We will be racing tomorrow. ZRS, myself and Stakes and Chains will be on the dirt team racing C1. Last one, we will actually have a squad, so our team points will count for this round. And it'll help keep us probably in dead ass last. Oh, thanks for the sub. I didn't see who it was. It did not. Okay, Miguelos, appreciate it. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Yeah, so we'll be racing tomorrow. If you happen to catch that, that's great. So I think we're racing at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. So catch us then. If not, there's always the live replays. If you're still in the chat, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the members that have signed up. Basically, we've got the Ginger Cyclist, who's a member. I believe George is still a member. I've got some memberships to throw out, I think probably in the next couple streams for guys. So if you're in here, hopefully you randomly get selected. It throws it out to all the subscribers in the channel. So we will catch you all later. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, see ya.